Good morning, good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So I literally walked through the door to do the Facebook Live. I was doing a online bunco event, and I've never played bunco before. It was a little mind-boggling, but it was fun. So I can't wait to do it again, and it's still actually probably going, and I said I had to leave so I could come out and do my live. So I forgot my earbuds in the house, and I didn't put any lipstick on. So you guys get me plain Jane today, or tonight. So welcome. Hopefully you guys had a good day. My day started a little rough. I usually don't go anywhere on my days off, but this morning I had to run up to Walgreens to pick up some photos, and stopped at a red light and a lady didn't stop behind me. So that kind of put a damper in my day. I've been sitting on a heating pad all day, so hopefully things will be good. So I didn't get a whole lot of crafting done, but I did get a couple projects done for class on Saturday, and I have a couple spots left. So if you are available and want to come, definitely shoot me a message. If you're just logging on, say hi so I know you're here. Good evening, Anna. That is the first time I've ever played bunco, and it was a little confusing, but it didn't take long to catch on what was going on, but it was definitely fun. I won 3 games and lost 3 games, so I guess that was pretty good. Who knows? So, good evening, Marie. So today's project is super duper simple. I sometimes don't do a lot of super simple things, but I just wanted to show you guys how you can create something to give to somebody, and it doesn't take all day. The measurements are a little funky, so I do apologize in advance, but it's just something super simple that you can hand to your bank teller, to your nail tech, to your kids' teachers, just something to show that you're crafting and you are thinking about them. I did make it a Valentine's Day theme, but you could really do it for Easter, you could do it for Halloween, you could really do it for any occasion. So that is what I have for you. Good evening, Valerie. Good evening, Hilda. So I'm going to go ahead and point you over. Let me get all of my stuff out of the way and make sure we are live. Did you guys see my fun little post this morning this afternoon on Facebook about these candies? This is actually one of the things I needed to get when I went to Walgreens this morning. And as I was looking for Hershey Nuggets, I said to myself, don't buy ones that you are going to eat. Don't buy anything that you like. And then I saw the toffee and almonds, and I was like, oh, those are my favorite. And I shouldn't have done it because I think I've eaten most of the bag. I do have enough for tonight's live, but other than that, I probably ate all of them. And they were buy one, get one half off, so I couldn't resist but to get 2. So I have a whole nother bag to eat. But this is what we're going to be playing with tonight. And this is the little holder that I made for them. So it's Happy Valentine's Day. You could definitely wrap these if you wanted to, but I thought they kind of looked just cute in the little box by itself. And you can definitely put a gift card on the back of it if you wanted to. I tried to make it to see if the gift card would slide on the inside, but I made this so stinking tight that I don't think it's going to fit. You might be able to maneuver it, or you could just take a little button nibble out of the backs of them so it makes them a little bit smaller, and then you could slide a gift card in there. I don't think anybody will have noticed that you took a little nibble out of the chocolate. So that is what we're going to be making. It is super duper easy, and you can get, I think it's 5 or 6 out of 1 sheet of paper. So that is all you need. So these are the 2 pieces that we're going to be using, and then I have some scrap for the hearts. So this piece is 2.5 inches by 7 1/4. And we are going to score it a little bit in a couple funky measurements, and I totally apologize, but I had to make it where it fit 4 of them. I could have done 3, but I wanted 4 in there. Okay, so at the 7 1/4 inch mark, you're going to line this up on your scoreboard, and we're going to score it at 1 1/4, 3 5/8, which is one little notch over 3 1/4, 4 5/8, which is one little notch over 4 1/2, and 6 3/4. That's all the scoring you are going to need. So let me do that again on the other one. And I really hope I didn't just mess that up. I think I did. Hold on. That's what I get for just rushing out here. I was all prepped and ready. Hold on, I gotta get my ruler. Oh, nope, it's right. Okay, I shouldn't second guess myself, but I'm a little flabbergasted right now. Okay, so again, 1 1/4, 3 5/8, 4 5/8, and 6 3/4. I thought these two didn't match, but it does. So that's all the scoring we're going to do. And then, so sorry, we have to score it one more time. I forgot to put this in the measurements. And we're going to come down here and score it at 1 1/4. We'll do it the other way, or the other one as well. So the 2 1/2 inch mark, you're going to score at 1 1/4. Maybe I'll redo this live in a video so I'm not so off the wall. So it doesn't matter which end we're going to cut because it's 2 1/2 inches and we scored it right in half. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to get rid of some of these little score marks. So I'm going to come in and just snip off this corner. And I just want to make a little notch in the top because that's going to be a little flap that glues together. And these two smaller pieces, I'm just going to come in and create the bottom of the box. So I'm going to snip up those, and I always like to take a smidgen out of the center. And this just helps when you're folding it together that you get a nicer seam. I'm going to take a notch out of there and a notch out of here. There we go. So this is now what we have. We have the little notch on the side, and that's what we're going to glue together. And these are our bottom flaps, and these are our edges. So this little box goes together super duper fast. Usually when we glue our tabs, we glue them on the inside. But because this is going to go behind it, I want to put adhesive on here and glue it to the top of the bottom of the first tab. Hopefully that makes sense. You can definitely use your green glue on this. It's not very big, so you don't have to use tear and tape, but it looks like I might have to use some other adhesive because of that is out. And I don't have the Seal Plus, so we're just going to use the Seal. I would definitely use stronger adhesive than just our normal Seal. But for the live, we're just going to use what I have. So I put adhesive on these two little tabs, and I'm going to come in and roll them underneath. There we go. So now it looks like this underneath. Now I'm going to come in and put some adhesive on here. And I want to flip this little guy over because he's going to get glued to the inside of my box. So we can definitely glue him first. And then we're going to wrap this around the bottom. That is how easy our little box is to put together. And he's super cute. So I'm just going to give this a good press. And definitely use green glue, but I'm out. I'm going to throw that away so I don't forget to replace that for Thursday's live. And I'm going to grab 4 of my Hershey Nuggets. There's 1, 2, 3, and this one is a tight squeeze. But I made it purposely so it would fit perfectly in there. And it actually might pop open because I didn't use the best glue to attach to a 3D item. Okay, now this piece is 2 1/8 by 3, super duper tiny little piece. And I'm just going to come in and put some adhesive on the bottom. And I want to just attach this to the bottom of my little box. And you can decorate the front of it however you want. I decided to bring my heart punch in, the scalloped heart. I'm going to punch that out. And I have my Happy Valentine's Day. And I'm going to do the same thing as I did at one of the lives last week. I'm going to mask off the day because he is a little too big to fit all across here. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up. I'm going to grab a scratch piece of paper to put underneath here. I'm going to ink up the whole thing, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to do Happy Valentine's. And the day hangs off the edge, so you don't have to worry about that. And then I'm going to come in. I didn't get a big enough piece. There we go. And I want to cover up the Happy Valentine's. So I just have the day now. I'm going to come in and I'm going to stamp the day right underneath it. Now, he's a tad bit wonky, but nobody will ever know. And you could sponge the edges of this if you wanted to. I just wanted something super simple, just so people knew you were thinking about them. Oops, peel this off. Let's see, who's logged on? Lisa, hello, Mary, Valerie, Stephanie, Heather, Jill, good evening, everybody. So I'm going to set this right in the center. And the one amazing thing about our designer series paper, especially this pack, it's from the Floral Wings collection. These hearts, there isn't a die or a punch for it, but they were super easy to cut out. So I just wanted to show you how easy these guys were to fussy cut. I know many of you aren't super keen on fussy cutting, but I honestly don't mind it. I did quite a few little owls not too long ago that I had to fussy cut, and I just thought it was kind of relaxing. So there's one. And with the design that's around the heart, I don't think it really matters if you get it super duper straight. So these little boxes would be perfect for some employees or friends, kind of anybody. Now let me grab my dimensionals. And these might be a little too big, so I'm going to peel that apart. Peel these off. And then bring this in. You could really elaborate this a lot if you wanted to as well. And I just put 2 hearts on there. So there you go. That is how easy this little box is to put together. We will put the one that we scored together right in the beginning. We'll put that one together as well. You could put a couple more hearts on the edges if you wanted to, but I just wanted something super simple and easy and doable. And that is definitely doable. Okay, so let's start. I started with the little edge on my right-hand side. I don't know if it mattered if you turned it around, but I always start with the valley when you're scoring it facing me. So I'm going to chop this edge off. And I want to come up here and give that a little snip. Come up the edges of these 2 centers. Give that a good trim. And then let's come over here and do the other one. So the one thing about box math, I know I've talked about it in the past, there is a method to the madness of box math. So your box, you will know if your box will fold together perfectly if these 2 center pieces are the same width. So what I'm meaning is this side and this side have to be the same. And then your front panel and your back panel have to be the same. So that's what I'm meaning, this front panel and the back panel. They have to be the same measurements on all these two sides and these two sides for your box to form. So if you're finding that your boxes aren't coming together like they're supposed to, make sure that the center two pieces, meaning the sides, are the same, and the front and the back panel are the same. That is just a little bit of box math for you. I love boxes. I used to do them a lot more than I do now. I used to do them like weekly, make a box. And I haven't made one in a long time. Okay, so here is the flaps that we're going to flip up. So I am going to go ahead and pull these two up so I can just get to these two tabs. And definitely use better adhesive than our seal. You definitely want to make sure your 3D item isn't going to fall apart. So I'm going to tape those to the bottom. Then I'm going to come in, put some adhesive on the bottom of here. I'm going to fold this guy in because I'm going to glue him to the inside flap. So let's glue that down first. There we go. And now this piece will cover up all of our edges. There we go. Let's grab some candy. Oh, there's still a handful in there that I can eat. Let's add them in. And if you want, like I said in the beginning, you can definitely wrap these, but I really liked the gold. So there we go. And then our last little smidgen of a piece, put adhesive along the bottom. Thank you, Anna. They were just fun and different, and I haven't done Hershey Kisses in a while. So there's that. Let's grab our punch. And our ink. I left the ink open. Thank goodness I didn't put my arm in it. I did earlier. I have ink up here. Thank goodness I didn't get it on my shirt, or I wasn't wearing a white shirt. That would have stunk. So I'll come over here and do Happy Valentine's. Ink it up. I'm going to put this over it so I can just get my day. I am not afraid to cut my stamps, but I am going to be using this, and I want it to be full, the Happy Valentine's Day. So that's why I haven't cut this one. Maybe after I get done stamping the million I have to do, I'll cut it. But for now, we're going to leave it full. Let's add some dimensionals. Oops. I'm going to grab this one. There we go. And let me grab two more parts. I should have pre-cut these ones for the second one since you already saw me fussy cut it. But I ran out of time, and I'm so sorry. So have many of you guys played online bunco? I think years and years ago I played a real game of bunco, but I was probably, my girls were probably super little. So I have not played in many, many years. I didn't even know how the game works. But online bunco was pretty cool once you got the hang of it. At first I was a little nerve-wracked, but it wasn't tragic. Here we go. Easy peasy. Let's add a couple dimensionals, and our little boxes will be done. And I have 3 boxes made, so maybe my girls will get this in their little Valentine's Day baskets. We'll see if they're good. Or maybe I'll give all 3 of them to my grandson, because he is amazing. So there you go. So there are our little boxes. These are great for employees if you're working with people or giving them to your nail tech, hairdresser, Just something fun, cute, and they were super duper easy. If you can get through the measurements, but I swear by my ruler that isn't over here. It's usually over, oh, here it is. It was sitting right beside me. So I swear by this ruler. It literally gives you the 5/8 and the 9/16, so you know exactly where to put it or where to cut and score. So if you don't have one of these, let me know and I can send you the link. I just got it on Amazon. But it literally is my favorites. So there you go. That was a super duper quick live. Thank you so much for joining me. If you guys need anything, please feel free to reach out. I do have card class on Saturday. I do have a few spots available. Thank you for all the hearts. I love it when you give me hearts. I appreciate it. And if you need anything, let me know. I will be back on Thursday for another live. We'll chat with you soon. Bye-bye.